Morning, guys. This is Tommy, and do a quick little video before I head in for a 12-hour shift. Um, this is two reveals, 2 days in a row. This is the final reveal of my first build for the Newlands Matchbox community build. First thing I want to do is thank Newlands, because if it hadn't been for this build, it's very doubtful I'd ever bought these kits. I didn't grow up with Matchbox kits, like a lot of the, especially you British guys, and so really didn't know what I was missing. But I have definitely fallen in love now. This is the first one I did, the Sd-Kfz 124. Now I would pronounce that as Wesp, but I guess it was going to be a Vesp since it's German. I don't know. Some of you German guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But it's of course a motorized. I believe Pantherman Bill said that's on a Panzer II chassis, and it's a motorized mobile howitzer. And so anyway, here it is. All right. And let me tell you what, I had a blast with this thing, guys. It was a lot of fun. And I could see where, as a child, people would get really fall in love with these things, because even as an adult, they're pretty neat. But like I said before, my camera's only so good, and let's not do well close up. But here it is, little diorama base it came with. And we have Colonel Clink up here, checking out what's ahead. Sergeant Schultz back here with his wrench out, working on the treads or the wheels. Something wrong back there. And it's actually a 4-man crew on one of these, so I guess Hans and Franz ran off to take a tinkle or something while they were stopped. But I was so impressed. I got these kits cheap, and from what I hear, they were extremely cheap back in the day. Marketed, I think, toward kids, and but really the amount of detail on this thing, and of course I know my camera sucks, but anyway, I was just pretty impressed with. And I mean, the exhausts are missing. That's no big deal. I still took some pastel chalk and set it up back here as if the exhaust would have been back here. And really, the only weathering I did was that, and then you can't pick it up real well, but the red sands, I did some pastel chalks and just did some brushing on there to give it that sandy look, with the red sands. And it had two, and that was molded on there, the pick, and back here a shovel. And I thought about sanding it off and doing something a little more realistic, but my scratch build skills just aren't there yet. But a little Baker scene, all I did was I put a real deep dark reddish brown up underneath, and then went back over with a kind of a desert sand color. Same over the rocks. I did like a deep dark gray, and then I went back over the sand, tried to give it the appearance of the sand's being blown over the rocks. And the one thing I did do that gave me my first experience at scratch building was this little tree right here. Somewhere in it was about, of course, 3 nights I worked on this thing to do it. Somewhere from one night to another, this piece, the tree, disappeared. And I have a feeling when I was cleaning up, I grabbed it probably as just a piece of scrap and threw it away. So what I did, and this is my first scratch build ever, I'm very proud, was I took a piece of sprue out of this kit, and I put some heat to it, and kind of misshaped it a little bit where it's odd, looks like a tree. Gave it a bend like the other piece would have been, and then you can't really tell, but took my hobby knife and hacked it up, give it the appearance of the bark for the palm tree. And then actually when I put it in, instead of gluing it, I just heated the bottom and stuck it in the hole and let it dry in there, because the hole was not really big at all, so I have problems gluing it in there. And the fronds on the top of the thing weren't realistic looking. They were just stood straight out and it looked bad. So I applied a little heat to those and gave them that natural curled up effect where they look more like real palm fronds. But that's it. That's my first reveal. And Aaron Newlands, thank you, sir, very much for putting this on, because it's doubtful I would have ever discovered Matchbox if not for that. So I have another kit similar to this one, with a German vehicle actually pulling a pack gun. So there's a little diorama scene. I will be doing that one down the line as well. And since it goes to the end of the year, maybe, possibly, if I can get some more stash budget, which right now is nil. But if I can, I wouldn't mind doing a plane before the end of the year. Alright guys, here it is. Everybody have a great day. Keep building. Hang loose. See ya.